Good morning, dear friends. Available with a new insight. A verse from the Holy Word, Holy Bible states that guard your heart above all else, for it is the source of life. The Bible also states that as a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. It's a very important verse and it dwells upon the spiritual reality. The world has been framed by the thought process of God. And if you see that we are created in the likeness and image of God, and the thoughts we ponder, thoughts we regularly overrehearse in our minds, it will ultimately come as a physical reality. So if you want to change your physical reality, if you want to just come out of the quagmires of lack, anxiety, worry, tension, fear and doubt, and if you want to see yourself prospering in the life and you want to see ebullience, if you want to see the flamboyance of the life, you have to start it with the thought process, brothers and sisters. So it has also been stated in the verse 12 and 2 from the Romans, from the Holy Bible, meditate on the word of God. If you meditate on the word of God, which are full of the promises of love, of full of joy, ecstasy, of ebullience, and the promises of provision, promises of production, promises of future of good destiny, and the promises of favor of the Lord. What will ultimately happen? These promises will ultimately go and collect in your subconscious, and subconscious is a main spiritual entity which is governing your life. Whatever thoughts you are rehearsing, meditating, and allowing it to go into the subconscious will ultimately run your future course of life, and it will design a beautiful picture. If you already having a thought of anxiety, fear, anxiety, and tension, and doubt, and lack, these things will ultimately come into pass because you have entered into a spiritual law of agreement with these unclean thoughts. Every thought which comes to mind have to be pruned, have to be screened, have to be magnified, and you have to weed out all the unclean thoughts which are coming to mind and only plant those thoughts which are for your benefit. So with this thought, I'll leave you, and shalom and have a great God bless.